Yo, this is Nolan at Home of Picks, and I play on Legends. And if you think you know MMA, this is where you should be playing as well. Right now, they're offering a 50% deposit bonus on your first buy-in, and you can also play on their site completely free. The link is going to be down in the description.
Dana White Contender Series already going down this season, and September 9th. The man fighting on the card is with me today, Anthony Guarascio, the Daywalker. Trying to get your camera set up there. Just don't crash. Don't put that on me.
Right? Same.
Anthony, how we doing, brother?
Good, man. How you doing? I'm gonna hold it.
Oh, you're great. Whatever. I'm good though, man. Just glad to be talking to you. Like I said, it's been a while, and this is some big circumstances. Last time it was before the title fight. This time before your shot to the UFC. So, how excited are you for the opportunity?
Not surprised. I mean, I'm always excited to scrap, but there's no surprise or I think usually to get excited you got to be a little surprised, but me nor anybody in my team is surprised. So honestly, we're just looking forward to it, man. I wish it was tomorrow. I'm pretty much done with camp. I'm pretty much fed up with doing anything other than the real deal. So until fight time, bro, I'm just sort of just going through the emotions.
And when did you get this call? What was your initial reaction, immediate response?
Honestly, man, we didn't think that we were getting any call. I was told by a few people that I may possibly need one more fight, or I may possibly need to fight somebody else with, I don't know. They were making it sound like I haven't fought nobody. And I assumed that my last fight was, the test that would make it relevant to push me on into whatever they clarify as a step above, which going to Contender Series isn't a step above of where I just was. And I don't even think going into the UFC is a step of above. Every fight, I go up 3 steps above anybody in the division. So, um, like I said to you last time, man, everything has been the same from the last time, other than I jinxed myself and said I didn't want to go on a Contender Series. I wanted the straight call, and I'm on Contender Series. So.
Hey, man, a shot's a shot. But I do remember you saying that, so that is ironic. And I see some people being like, only 4-0. Is this too early? Like, what is your response to that? I think it's different when it comes to heavyweight specifically.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, dude, I think that there's people that, I mean, 4-0, 3-0, 5-0. The guy I'm fighting, he's 5-0, but I mean, he hasn't fought anybody at all. I mean, when they want to say, a guy that hasn't fought somebody or fought anything, I mean, honestly, me and my corner people, bro, we like to call him the Brazilian Harbison. He's the Brazilian Justin Harbison because he's had one amateur fight, and then his first 3 professional fights were like amateur fights. And he's only got one finish, and it's his first professional fight, which the guy shouldn't have even been fighting. I said this last time about the last 6'5" monster that they're gonna send my way, man. None of this are we worried about. We've got him figured out to a T. We're ready for everything as usual, but I don't think that it's a step up. Um, Bailey was 5-1. Bailey came from the Contender Series, bro. He's very seasoned himself. I mean, yeah, I knocked him out in the first round. I mean, I've done that to almost every opponent, but he's no idiot. I mean, he was no slouch. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I don't think that there's any tests that need to be had or anything. I think what's needed to be proven has been proved, and now it's just me fighting for a living. Because I won't prove anything in Contender Series. I'm doing the same thing that I've been doing outside of Contender Series. It's the same thing, which is finishing people and keeping myself undefeated. So, other than that, bro, we're gonna stay on the undefeated train.
And you just started to tease this a little bit, but talk to me more about Guilherme Pat, your opponent. Like you said, another 6'5" monster, like they're saying. But I've heard you say before, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. So stylistically, you liking this one?
Yeah, man, I think he's very open. I think he's very confident, which leaves availability for all his holes to be exposed and filled with a right hand or a left hand. And like I said, man, they're training for something specific. They're training for a specific movement of mine or a specific strike that I throw. And I think that's just throwing all the focus off off of the point, which is getting your game plan mint and making sure your shit's concrete. So when it comes down to perform, you know, you're ready to go. And all these guys, they always train what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do. And I mean, what they do isn't even perfected. What he's done isn't perfected. He hasn't finished anybody. He didn't finish his last fight. He didn't finish the guy. And his last 3 fights, including the last one, they stopped in the middle of the fight for reasons I have no idea why. I mean, the last one, there was too much. The guy walked around, or he spun. He did something stupid. And the ref stopped. It's just they're giving it to him, is what I'm saying. In a sense, they're giving it to him, and I'm not saying he's not a tough guy for other people. Maybe he is. I'm sure that pizza cutter like movement that he has, where he's just straight and back. There's no movement to him at all. I'm sure that'll work in the light heavyweight division, but it's not going to work on my fucking chessboard. I'm going to completely knock his pieces off the table. There's nothing that he can do. There's no way he can intimidate me. Therefore, his advantages aren't going to work. His size won't work because his height, I don't think it's an advantage. I think it's kind of a disadvantage. Um, I'd rather chase a horse than a chicken. So I think reaching down, going down, if you ever want to shoot, you got to shoot way down. Everything you got to do is down. So you're always looking down. And he's going to look right into my punch as I lay it right onto his chin. So he's getting finished in the first round as usual. And he's going to make every mistake possible that he can, as usual. So I know he's not even doing any interviews because he doesn't even fucking speak English. So, and it's horrible to listen to him speak in Portuguese. So, other than that, man, the UFC's ready for me. I know they are. And, after I win, I'll make my call outs. So,
And knockouts come naturally to you. But with this one, is there like extra emphasis to, I guess, impress Dana?
no, man. There is no the winning in an impressive fashion, which is any fashion I've ever finished someone in, will get my contract. I'm walking out of there with a contract. It won't be a 3-fight. He's gone 3 rounds with bums. Okay, he's not going 1 with me. All right. It's just bottom line. Hey, whoever gets in there, they're getting finished. I mean, the bigger the guys, sometimes, they can handle a little more, but we can't even say that because Justin Harbison was the same size as this guy. The same size. 6'5", 240s, big boy from the country. And I think Harbison was even a little bigger, a little muscular, even a little bit better shape, granted, as he was a wrestler, so there's nothing that I'm worried about. My biggest feat was getting the championship, and I won that like it was written on the back of my hand. And I told everybody I was going to do that too. I told everybody I was going to do that when I was about to fight Harbison, and I was going to fight for the title and beat him. So it's all in time that it happens. It's all inevitable. He's just training, doing what he can because he's a fighter and he got the call too. I mean, what's he going to do? Just sit there and wait for the call and then lay down for me? I mean, no, he's not in a sense, but he will do that when he gets there because he's going to be so out of whack. He's going to be eating Chipotle and everything else in America that his stomach's not used to. He's going to be in that little hotel. And I got an Airbnb out there. It's going to be like I'm at home, bro. And he's not going to be ready. So I can always extend my Airbnb to fight Noche that Saturday. So they just got to let me know. That's it.
Well, and that was my next question. I mean, you see Susurkayev last week turning around for a debut on 4 days' notice. That's something you'd be interested in if Dana needed a fight on that weekend?
Fight if he needs a fight, I'm there. I'd like Muhammad Usman. I'd love Muhammad Usman, but I don't think he'll give me the fight, nor will he agree like that quickly. But if they need a heavyweight for the Noche, I'm there. My manager don't really like it. I don't really, but I'm there. So unless my manager wants to write me $5,000 to $6,000 to let me sit in my garage for the next 5 months or whatever the hell they want to call me for another decision, then he can do that. But I'm sure that's not going to be the case. So if they got to fight, we're staying.
And I mean, why Mo Usman? Is it just because there's not big enough for the two of you down in Florida?
No, man. When I met Usman. He was at the gym that I train at because he's best friends with the owner, Ozzy. And he was there at that gym and he was doing a seminar. And my brother said, hey, he's over there. And I walked around the cage and he walked around the other side and he shook my hand and smiled. And he was real nice and this and that. And hey, you going to stay for class and all this other shit. And the night of my fight, he was back in the gym again, telling everybody I'm gonna get wrestle fucked to death, and Bailey's gonna finish me, and I'm enough and other shit. That so okay, well, I'm in the same league you're in. I guess let's see if you can do all that shit because you were calling it out for your buddy, and he couldn't even shoot for one take. He didn't know what the hell to do. None of them know what to do. None of them. They expect for someone to just stand there and just not do anything. That's pretty much fighting for these guys. Oh, he's gonna hit me. Yeah, he is. So if Usman wants to do it, man, I want Usman. If somebody said, "Hey, do you want somebody?" Usman's the only one I want. He's the only one that ever in the UFC ever said anything physically, said anything about me. And he'll play the "I never said anything" game like he did in his Ultimate when he was on the Ultimate Fighter and he had beef with that one guy in the beginning. He'll claim that, "Oh, I don't even know where this animosity came from," and then after all, it split on Saturday night. So Usman's riding off Usman. That's all I got to say.
Well, hey, man, I mean, Usman will be a great UFC debut. People would love that one. But I'm still curious, too, like the rest of the heavyweight division. What are your thoughts on the current state? You see people talking smack on the top 15, especially like the 15 through 10. Like, who are these guys? Do they really belong there? So do you agree with that at all?
Usman's a huge name. He's 20th. Curtis Blades is under 10th. These are guys that are video game guys. If you're on the video game, you're a big deal. So if you're on the video game and your rankings aren't in the top 5, you're a bum. Bottom line. If someone's playing a video game, the UFC video game, and they don't pick your character, which is half the heavyweight division, because anybody on UFC video game very rarely ever even plays heavyweight because it's so dried out. If they're not picking you, you're a bum.
So you're saying heavyweight's got a lot of bums, yeah?
Well, the heavyweight division has a lot of bums. It's all about the looks. They recruited their heavyweight roster off pure looks alone. Let's find big guys that can swing at each other. It wasn't let's find, let's truthfully look for the Cormiers and Cain Velasquez's out there. There was no that. There was just let's find guys over 6'5" and up and find, that WWE looking guy. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for what it looks like. And there's only there's probably one guy in the whole division that I think I would even have to put in some type of outside camp to do something. He's a black belt. That's about the only other thing. They have that even work a little bit. Maybe I'm supposed to. Maybe I'm supposed to think or hey, but this guy's had 30 fights or 20 fights or these are with other heavyweights. They've won their fights against other heavyweights. This is one fat guy fighting with another fat guy over a brownie. You know what I'm saying? This has nothing to do. Says nothing to do with skill. It's about these guys being big and swinging at each other. And by the time I get there, the bigger names like Ciryl, Gane, and all that other, those guys are getting tired. They'll be ready to retire. I mean, Ciryl Gane's probably got one more in him. He'll probably fight for the title and then he'll retire. Something else or pop back in as a filler every now and then,
And I mean, that's just because you mentioned Ciryl Gane. He does have that fight booked with Tom Aspinall. So you got a prediction for that one, the Kings of your division?
I mean, not really. I don't even want to watch it.
It's not the greatest fight. It's kind of weird.
None of them are. None of them are. Do you want to talk to any of those guys? Would you want to actually honestly? Would you want to sit down and talk to any of them too? Not off the sole fact that they're in the UFC. I'm talking like you
Aspinall
see
would
them
be
in a
cool.
bar, you don't watch
Aspinall would be
UFC.
cool.
I'm saying Aspinall's not going to say anything to you.
You're not wrong.
You sit down next to him in a bar, he's not going to say anything to you. He's going to be
That's a
like,
fair
"Hey, how's
point.
it going, fella?" He's not going to say anything to you. He's just going to sit there. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these guys are just they're just normal people, or normal things. Aspinall, he won't even glaze himself because he just hasn't really had the chance to really sort of fight anybody, or anybody that's going to talk at him or talk back to him or give him any type of hype at all. Like, how's that press conference going to go? Ciryl, Gane, and Aspinall. I mean,
Yeah.
other
Not a bad point.
than slurred accents, it's no excitement about any of that, man. There isn't. They're big. They're heavy. Well, it's the heavyweight division. I'm 6'2", 230s. I hit like I'm 280. There's something in that. Something we haven't seen in that. You know what I'm saying? Everything I say, I do. There's something in that. I mean, there's a lot more to my book than what these other guys are selling. I can tell you that. And the heavyweight division braille right now. They don't even know what's on the next page for them. So I'm gonna start writing some shit in Definite and make something happen because I'm telling you, it's been waiting. They made the Paramount deal. It's like everything's perfect. Everything's forming around me getting out of my hole. So that's it.
And I don't even need to ask you what are your career goals because I know you want to be UFC champion. So in your head, what's your timeline to get there? How long you think it takes till you're fighting for that belt?
We could we as long as they give us fights fast, we could be there quick. We could be there in under a year to a couple years if they give us fights quick. That fast. I mean, because there's not that many guys. That's why I want to fight Usman. I fight Usman. He's in the 20. I knock him out the way. All right, they got to give me top 15. I beat a top 15. They got to go top 10. I do top 10. I'm fighting on the White House, undercarding Aspinall, and whoever wins out of that fights me.
So
after I knock and I'm doing more interviews than just these and some of the smaller ones, and I'm getting more airways and more this and more coverage and more this and more that. It's only going to push me into a main event slot. It's going to make me a main event character. Eventually, it's going to happen. What I'm saying and spitting and doing, and people are going to want a part of eventually, and it's not going to take long. You know what I'm saying?
Now, what fighting abilities, this is my last question, what fighting abilities did you gain from Chupapi Munyayo?
Right, you like that video, huh, man? Dude, that kid's hilarious. He's a local bro. He's like best friends with my little brother, and he wanted to feel what it felt like. He wanted to get in there, so I said, "Hey, dude, and he's got a torn ACL and MCL too." So I was a little worried throwing him around like that, with his leg, but I took it easy on him, honestly, bro. We were doing.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, dude, I literally said that was pretty damn good timing. That was literally my last question. So
Okay.
Cool. Before I get you out of here, what I usually do is say, you got anything you want to say to all your fans out there? Go ahead.
All the fans I do have, man, I appreciate it. I'll see you guys September 9th. Everybody be tuning in. As usual, it'll be a quick one. And I'm just blessed to be doing this, man. That's pretty much it, bro.
September 9th, Anthony Guarascio, main event, Dana White Contender Series. And I said it already, but don't blink. It might be quick. You're not going to want to miss this man's career. Anthony, best of luck, best of skill. Kick some ass.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, man.